Today, we're gonna win. We're gonna fight.
Notre Dame stops it. The Irish win the game.
Play with your brothers. You got a great opportunity. Let's go seize the moment. Let's go play.
Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly is presented by Team Notre Dame members Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Sprint. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, Bank of America, Cadillac, CBTS, Xfinity, Meyer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sears, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.
I love the fact that you gave us everything you had. Every ounce of what you had, you gave us. And that's what we love about you as a group. Now, if you wouldn't mind, it would be nice if we could find a way not to make these things as close. And that means, let's keep in mind, we got little things that we got to continue to work on, right?
Irish head coach Brian Kelly after Notre Dame's exciting win over Arizona State in North Texas on Saturday night. Hello again, Irish fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly. I'm Jack Nolan. Not only was Saturday's win a much-needed victory for the Irish, it was also a truly total team effort.
This was the first time that we were able to complement each other and all three units coming together as one. You start to play with an energy, you start to play with a flow, and I think it was the first time that we were able to get some of that momentum and some of that flow in the game where, you know, you started to look around and there was an energy on the sideline that, hey, we'll take care of it, we got it for you, we got your back covered.
When you have the most live college football,
food's ready.
Okay, coming.
All you want to do is watch college football. With Xfinity from Comcast, you get the most live college football, including ESPN Go Line on all your devices. You can't get all that with satellite. So switch to the Xfinity HD Premier XZ Triple Play, or ask about other bundles starting as low as $99 a month for a year.
Your home for the most live sports. Xfinity.
One more. Let's go, yo. Go. One more. One more time. Come on. One more. Let's get it. Let's go.
Proven hydration to help replace what you sweat out.
One more championship. Let's go.
Before they earned enough cash back from Bank of America to help pay for Benny's expenses. Before they earned 1% back on all purchases, everywhere, every time. And 2% back at the grocery store. Even before earning 3% back on gas, with no hoops to jump through. They opened a Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card just in time to open their hearts. That's the magnitude of rewarding connections. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
You know the problem with tall things in small spaces? Like dishes that don't fit in the top rack of the dishwasher. Come into Sears. I'll tell you about our one-hand adjuster on our exclusive Kenmore Elite dishwasher. It's amazing what'll happen when tall things have the right space. Also amazing, J.D. Power ranks Kenmore Elite highest in customer satisfaction.
One appliance store helps more people find savings and solutions than any other.
This is Sears.
Notre Dame began the Arizona State game with a 14-play drive that included 10 running plays and ate up more than 8 minutes on the clock. The drive ended with a missed field goal, but Coach Kelly believes it still set the tone for the game.
I think we did what we wanted to do. We found that we were going to be efficient offensively. We could move the football, and it was a good way to kind of set it up because our defense then went 3 and out and got us the ball right back.
When you look at the all-time career passing statistical rankings in Notre Dame history, the name Tommy Rees is up there in just about every category, and yet he has attracted such a tremendous amount of heat, and he comes out against Arizona State and plays one of the best games he's ever played.
Yeah, I thought he managed the game, you know, and that's all we're going to ask him to do. He's got to make some plays, and he can't turn the ball over. What I was most pleased with is he came right back the next series, and hit a big play down the sidelines.
Now you're down 6-0, and Tommy leads you on a 7-play scoring drive.
Our offensive line did an incredible job of picking up a number of different pressures. We felt like at halftime they had blitzed close to 88 to 90% of the time. I think our offensive line did a great job of protecting, finding ways to pick up different pressures.
And that drive ended with a 19-yard touchdown to Ben Koyak.
You know, Ben's playing with some confidence, and it's nice to see him finally get rewarded with a touchdown, because he's gotten better each and every week in his run blocking, his willingness to get in there and stick his nose in there, so it was nice to see him get a touchdown.
Arizona State answered with a TD, so you're down 6, you get the ball back, you go 71 yards in 1 minute and 15 seconds. How pleased were you with that?
Throwing the football, protection, all 11 guys locked in, doing it the way we need to do it.
And you knew coming into the season, TJ was a guy who had done it. Certainly in this drive, the 35-yard reception and then the touchdown catch.
First of all, the 35-yard was, you know, when you look at it on film, you won't get it unless you really understand TJ Jones and the way he set the route up. It was an outstanding route. And then the touchdown route was outstanding. And if you watch how he route runs and his specificity of that, that's where we need all of our guys to get to, and that's why TJ was open.
You have been telling Tommy Rees since you got here that he has to be able to extend plays, and he certainly extended the play on the touchdown pass to Troy Nicholas.
And that's not been a good thing for him. Going to his left, we've generally thrown the ball away. We've worked on that, flushing it, and then putting it at a point where a 6'6" guy can make a play. I kiddingly said to him after, they're going to have to put a spy on you now, Tommy. You're so elusive in the pocket. It was nice to see him extend the play, and that was a big touchdown for us.
The Irish took a 14-13 lead into the locker room at halftime and never trailed again in the contest. Coach Kelly believes Notre Dame's run defense was one of the keys to the victory over Arizona State.
We didn't allow them the opportunity to run the football, and when you become one-dimensional, I think we all know that, you know, it's going to be tough to sustain anything. And when you just throw the football and play good defense and eliminate some of the big plays, they had a big play right before the half, but you got a good chance of being successful.
You like to try new things. Now we have bold new tastes like never before. You like things made by hand. We're now grilling up freshly made egg whites. You like to cool down. We just added a refreshing new smoothie. You get wrapped up in things. We're introducing new, delicious ways for you to eat. There's no one quite like you. Now more than ever, there's something for everyone to love at McDonald's. Be in our ad. Go to I'mLovinIt.com.
You know the problem with tall things in small spaces? Like dishes that don't fit in the top rack of the dishwasher. Come into Sears. I'll tell you about our one-hand adjuster on our exclusive Kenmore Elite dishwasher. It's amazing what'll happen when tall things have the right space. Also amazing, J.D. Power ranks Kenmore Elite highest in customer satisfaction.
One appliance store helps more people find savings and solutions than any other.
This is Sears.
Customer Aaron Swenson bought from us online today, so I'm happy.
Sales go up, I'm happy.
It went out today, I'm happy.
What if she's not at home?
She won't be happy.
Use UPS. She can get a text alert, reroute, even reschedule a package. It's UPS My Choice.
You happy?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm happy.
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 I love logistics.
While the Notre Dame defense did give up 34 points to the Sun Devils, that is still more than 10 points below Arizona State's average coming into the game. One of the ways the Irish contained the ASU offense was with their best pass rush of the season, a pass rush that produced 6 sacks.
We were able to get to them and create some long-distance situations and, you know, come up with a couple of turnovers. So the pass rush was there, but I also will say that it was the first time this year that somebody actually had a pass game, in the sense that they didn't three-step it and throw it out and screen us. And with that little extra time, we were able to get home.
Coming into the season, Tuitt and Nix were getting all the publicity. And you pointed out one day that the media was missing the boat on Prince Shembo. He had a somewhat dominating game against Arizona State.
Yeah, and they could not block him. And when they did, they held him. And that's the kind of effort that he's given us. And he's just been so close to having so many more sacks. But again, they've been getting the ball out of their hands so quickly and some quick passing game. It was nice to see Prince really take over the game and put us in some great situations where they were in 3rd and long.
I thought it was appropriate that you sent Danny Spond to the pep rally. He has been working so closely with Jalen Smith, and Jalen Smith had the game of his career.
Offenses are not trying to run the ball up inside against us. It's very difficult to run the ball. So they're getting to the perimeter, and they're attacking Jalen Smith on a play-by-play basis. So he's seeing everything, and he's learning each and every week. A lot of that is, trial by error. We're making mistakes, but he's learning from those mistakes, and he's getting better each and every week.
Now you start the second half with a 1-point lead, and your defense in the first 5 Arizona State possessions, 4 punts, and a turnover that leads to a score.
I thought we made some great halftime adjustments. I thought Coach Diaco did a great job of changing some things up defensively, which I think really caused some concerns. They could not move the football in the 3rd quarter, which was huge for us, and it gave us the chance to separate a little bit as we got some points on the board against Arizona State.
Now later, after a Brinza field goal gives you the lead again, your defense comes up with 2 big plays. Prince Shembo picks up his 3rd sack of the game, and then Matthias Farley with the interception.
A very good play by Matthias, got us the football back, and now we're trying to obviously put the ball game away.
And then late, Dan Fox with the pick 6 pretty much puts the game away.
We felt like we made it a little bit more interesting than it needed to be, but by and large, the game's over at that point, and now we just got to close it out.
The Irish defense was disappointed. They gave up a final touchdown to cut Notre Dame's victory margin to 3, but overall, the defense and the entire team had a lot to be proud of in defeating an Arizona State team that scored 62 points on USC the previous week. There is a look at your final stats provided by UND.com. The key stats, in addition to the aforementioned 6 sacks, the Irish dominated time of possession, won the turnover battle 3-1, and outrushed Arizona State by 80 yards. Notre Dame is now 26-3 under Brian Kelly when outrushing an opponent. It is time now for the ATI Physical Therapy Strong and True Moment of the Game. This week we feature the touchdown catch by Captain T.J. Jones, who had a terrific night with 8 receptions for 135 yards, along with a career-high 27-yard punt return.
Here comes blitzers. Reese looks, throws to the end zone. Touchdown Notre Dame! T.J. Jones in a night pattern.
As they prepared to take the field in Texas Saturday night, the Notre Dame defense knew they would have to make a lot of plays to beat the Sun Devils.
We just been pushing on it ourselves, we just had guys buying into it. I was yelling in the tunnel trying to get guys going, and other guys started yelling, and more guys started yelling. And Coach Kelly started getting guys going, Coach Diaco, and it's just everybody bought into it. We knew that this game was important to us, and we were tired of letting close games slip away from us.
All around effort. We coach. He coached it all week. Just preaching it to us, and we just had to do, whatever it took to be successful.
One of the purposes of the Shamrock Series is to take a Notre Dame home game experience on the road, so Irish fans who can't make it to a game at Notre Dame can still have a chance to cheer on the team in person. Saturday's atmosphere in the Sunday home of the Cowboys was electric, and there is no question that atmosphere helped the Irish win the game.
Definitely. It was so loud there. Everybody was just going. Everything vibrated so much you really couldn't. There was really never a silent point.
That's one of the reasons you come to Notre Dame for stuff like this, to be able to play in big-time atmospheres against big-time teams. And really that's what it came down to. It was a football game at a big-time, with a big-time atmosphere against a big-time team, and that's what made it so special.
It was awesome. It's obviously an unbelievable stadium, but the support you got everywhere. You see how national of a school Notre Dame is when you come to Texas and you get this kind of home field.
It was indeed a lot of fun to be there Saturday night. Now, as we go to break, a reminder that the Shamrock Series has been good for Notre Dame's record as well. The Irish are now 5-0 all-time in Shamrock Series games and 2-0 in Texas, with the first Shamrock Series game taking place in 2009 in San Antonio.
You wait all year for summer. This summer was definitely worth the wait. Summer's best event from Cadillac. Let summer try and pass you by. Lease this all-new Cadillac ATS for around $299 per month, or purchase for 0% APR for 60 months. The best offers of the model year end September 3rd.
Can I help you? Excuse me, hi. I wanted to find out about the unlimited for life guarantee.
Sure, Sprint is guaranteeing unlimited talk, text, and data for life.
Cool. And what if, say, technically you were not alive? Like maybe you were undead?
Like a zombie.
Whoa, let's not go putting labels on people. I'm a zombie.
Switch to Sprint and get unlimited for life. And now, save up to $100 on any phone.
Many Irish fans believe Knute Rockne invented the forward pass. But is this legend or myth? Notre Dame's Father Pete McCormick takes a look.
Hey everybody, I'm Father Pete McCormick, and welcome to Legend or Myth. Legend has it on this exact spot, back in 1913, Knute Rockne invented the forward pass. Is it a legend or is it a myth? Let's go find out.
The year was 1913. Woodrow Wilson was President of the United States. A Ford Model T car cost about $500, and Notre Dame had just finished its 25th year of playing football. A small school in northern Indiana, Notre Dame hired 29-year-old Jesse Harper from Wabash College to be the school's first athletic director, as well as its new football coach. Harper would be a visionary, an innovator, a daring coach who inherited a scrappy 25-year-old senior captain by the name of Knute Rockne and a 155-pound fleet-footed quarterback by the name of Gus DeRay. So where does the legend of Rockne and the forward pass come from? Time to check in with our friends in the University Archives.
A lot of people are under the idea that Notre Dame invented the forward pass because in the 1913 Army game it was used extensively and Notre Dame beat Army that game. But in reality, it had been in use for a number of years before that. But it was used in a different way that game. Up until that time, people would just go down the field, stop, and they'd try to throw a pass. Rockne said that players caught it like it was a medicine ball. So they tried more to throw it on the run. So you would hit Rockne in stride. DeRay was the quarterback and Rockne was the end. They had met early on in their careers at Notre Dame, and we think they may have roomed together, although we're not really sure. They were definitely friends. As the story goes, the summer before 13th season, they had jobs at Cedar Point, and they practiced the forward pass all summer long, and so that's what developed.
Imagine it's 1913. Knute Rockne and Gus DeRay, lifeguards at Cedar Point, running along the banks of Lake Erie, practicing this new concept, running pass patterns, catching the ball in stride. It seems second nature now, but 100 years ago, it was revolutionary. Like our own Civil War reenactment, we brought the great-grandsons of Rockne and DeRay back to Sandusky, to the banks of Lake Erie, to reenact the summer 100 years ago, practicing the forward pass in the sand over and over again. Summer practice. Did the summer of 1913 pay off for Rockne, DeRay, Jesse Harper, and the Notre Dame football team? You bet it did. Just months later, Notre Dame stunned the college football world, unveiling this new open field passing attack and upsetting Army 35-13. It was the game that changed the way college football was played.
So what did we learn? Did Knute Rockne invent the forward pass? Nope, it's a myth. Did Jesse Harper, Gus DeRay, and Knute Rockne perfect it? Absolutely, and that's the legend. See you next time.
Thanks, Father Pete. Now, even though Danny Spahn is no longer taking the field as an outside linebacker for Notre Dame due to another bout with severe migraine headaches in fall camp, he is still very much a part of the team and has been tutoring his replacement, freshman Jalen Smith. Saturday, Smith turned in the best game of his career against the Sun Devils with 9 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, and a forced fumble, earning Spahn a chance to sit in our 60-second hot seat.
Favorite all-time movie?
Radio.
First car you ever drove?
Ford pickup truck.
Player on the team most like you?
Danny Spond.
Favorite musical group or artist?
Backstreet Boys.
Favorite TV show?
Friends.
Do you have a celebrity crush?
Rachel McAdams and Vince Vaughn.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip.
If you were a professor, what class would you teach?
Psychology.
Get up early or sleep in?
Get up early.
Best nickname on the team and who has it?
Mine, Old Man Spond.
Best player to room with on the road?
Ben Council.
One thing you always hear from Coach Kelly at practice?
Next man in.
Hardest hitter on the team?
Prince Jembo.
Best singer on the team?
Tyler Stockton.
Best dancer on the team?
Tyler Stockton.
Best comedian on the team?
Me.
Best dresser on the team?
Danny Spond.
Worst dresser on the team?
Tyler Stockton.
Player on the team most likely to become a football coach?
Tommy Reese.
Best thing about playing for Notre Dame?
History.
Spawn, you've completed 60 seconds on Inside Notre Dame Football.
Thank you.
You work hard for the money you earn.
I've got just enough.
That's why Meyer carries the name brand toys, electronics, and video games you love. All at low Meyer prices. Because even superheroes like to save money. Meyer makes the best things in life even better.
I'm very happy I made the switch.
It's easy.
They're great.
As I go out, being nervous about going out into the world.
You switch because
for what you get and what they give back.
Of the people.
It'd just be another thing that I know is there for me all the time.
It's a no-brainer.
It's about family. It's about values. It's about doing things the right way.
And that's why I'm sticking with them.
You just get sucked in, and it's great. We're there.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Come home.
You know you're going to get the best when you go to Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
It's time now for this week's Ask Coach Kelly question presented by CBTS. This week's question comes from Jeff Boehm of Jackson, New Jersey, who asks, Coach, what do you say to the opposing coach when you meet at midfield after a game?
For me, it's generally wishing them luck in their conference schedule because, you know, they're taking a respite from their conference schedule. You know, a lot of these coaches I know. You know, so I'm telling them to say hello to their wife or, you know, somebody that I know on the staff or somebody that we have as an acquaintance. So that's generally it. A couple of cordials and we're off and running.
If you would like to send in a question for Coach Kelly, all you have to do is log on to UND.com and click on Ask Coach Kelly in the rotating boxes in the middle of the main page. The Irish have next weekend off, giving them a couple of weeks to get ready for their annual rematch with their biggest rival, the Trojans of USC.
It'll be the marquee matchup wherever you are when it's Notre Dame, USC. All eyes will be on this game, and you know our guys will be excited about the opportunity to play here at night in an exciting environment. But again, wherever you play USC, Notre Dame, whether it's here or at the Coliseum or in a parking lot, it's going to be an exciting opportunity.
We, of course, will be back in 2 weeks as well with all the highlights of the 85th meeting between Notre Dame and USC. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Irish. Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly has been presented by Team Notre Dame members Adidas, Gatorade, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and Sprint. Inside Notre Dame Football has also been brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, Bank of America, Cadillac, CBTS, Xfinity, Meyer, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sears, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.